Canto Valley's a weird place. Whether it's the twisted trees that permeate the woods, bleeding red sap in the summer, and occasionally shifting places when not observed, or the man in the suit that emerges from the edge of the woods to harass and frighten anyone foolish enough to walk alone, Canto Valley is known for its strangeness. Despite this, we don't have too much in the way of secrets. Mr. Simmons often says our town is an open book, just one that most outsiders don't happen to believe in. But we do have taboos. Not secrets, but things we aren't meant to speak of openly. A bit like the old adage, speak of the devil and he shall appear. There are things we learn to not speak of directly. Instead, we learn of them by speaking around them. Like a blind man feeling out the shape of an object, rather than being told what it is. This taboo especially applies to the bear. And the first thing you learn as you talk around the bear and not about it, is that there is no bear in the valley. Don't get me wrong, there is something in the woods that we call a bear, but it's as much of a bear as I am. There are a lot of reasons we can never go into the woods alone. The bear is one of them, but the bear is the only reason we can never go into the woods at night. The night is its time, midnight its greatest hour. It's been called a bear since my father was a child at least. Perhaps it got that name because of the huge paw prints it leaves in the dirt, or the deep gashes that are left behind by its powerful claws, or the marks it leaves behind on trees that show it can climb them with relative ease and speed. Or maybe outsiders started calling it a bear, thinking those of us in our small town to be nothing but backward fools. But time and experience have taught us differently. Some bears do not hibernate, and they will occasionally rear up on their hind legs. Our bear never hibernates, and regularly leaves tracks showing it walking on only 2 feet. Most bears kill to eat or protect their territory. Our bear kills for fun, mutilating the bodies of the animals it captures, often arranging the remains on the ground in a morbid manner. Some bears mark trees by clawing or biting them. Our bear carves deep, intricate, fiendish symbols in the bark of the trees away from the paths most people walk. And while bears might roar for any number of reasons, our bear bellows, deep into the night, a loud and godless sound, reminding us just who rules over the dark. There have been times, more than I can count in fact, that my brother and I, along with our friends, would journey out into the woods, off the beaten paths, and we all knew, without speaking, that we were looking for signs of the bear. Its prints, its marks, the mess of animals it left behind. Perhaps we wanted to unravel the mystery together. Maybe we were drawn into the woods by some unnatural force. Or we could have been just some foolish kids, sticking our noses where they didn't belong. Either way, I'm thankful these searches yielded nothing more than the aftermath of the bear, and what it did at night. We would certainly have never survived an actual encounter with it. With everything I'm sharing, you might believe that I've discussed this at length with my father, or brother, or even just my friends. But we don't talk about the bear, what it is, or where it came from. Everything I've learned by experience, observation, and listening to the different ways the adults talk around the subject instead of about it. Taboos might seem silly to some, but there are many things in the woods that are best not spoken of, lest we might attract their attention. Mr. Simmons might have called our town an open book, one with few secrets. But I suppose I should admit that I have a few secrets of my own. One of them I've shared with no one. Sometimes, late at night, I'll crack open the blinds on my bedroom window and look out at the woods. On those nights, even at that distance, I see a pair of sickly yellow eyes staring back. I'm not the only one that has seen these eyes from the woods, but the secret is, they match the eyes of a boy I played with when I was a little girl. A boy I had found watching me from behind a tree in the woods. A boy with sickly yellow eyes and a smile I did not understand. I've never told anyone about him to this day. And when I look out at night now, at those sickly yellow eyes watching me, I feel that I can see the same smile. A smile I think I understand better now. And when it lets loose with that ungodly roar, I close the blinds and feel a shiver run down my spine. There is no bear in the valley, but it knows me, and it's watching me.